you for racing down the street and getting here.
Oh, thank you very much. Unfortunately, I hit every light on the way here.
So,
That's the way Hillsborough does people.
Yeah, that light is too long.
Yeah, when you hit one of them, it's by definition you're going to hit all of them.
Bob's developing an app, a Pass the Hat app, that will give to all of our guests that can turn, like
You get light priority when you just sign into the app and say you're coming to pass the hat.
as you approach it, they go green, green, green all the way down. But that's still in development.
I would pay good money for that app.
That's why I'm developing it.
Yeah, good stuff.
I'm going to be rich. Speaking of rich.
Speaking of rich, we got a very cool Guild guitar here today.
Yeah, huh?
And it's maple, I guess, is it? I think so.
Gibson.
Oh, Gibson. Oh, I thought it was Guild because
It's not the G.
it was covered by the tuner. Sorry, Mr. Gibson.
Is that a custom guitar, Mike?
Yes, it is, but not for me. This was not a gift, but my wife. This is her guitar. Really.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Does
we
she know
love
you
it when
have
she travels out of town.
Well,
with
she,
guitar.
she's not very big, so this is a very big guitar. So
Yeah.
she had this thing for years and years, and
Right.
it just started to wear on her, I guess. So she got
Yeah.
a smaller model, and I have a guitar. My normal guitar that I played for like 20 years with is the Epiphone copy of this guitar.
Oh, cool. Well, I think we're about to get to hear this beautiful guitar
excited.
right about now. So, Mike, when you're ready,
All right.
we're ready.
Well, I went to my job and they took it away. Yeah, my wife took the kids and she left the next day. She said, you ain't no man if you ain't getting paid. Yeah, I guess it's all love is worth these days. Everything I take is more than they'll take. And I lost my job and they took it away. And my friends and neighbors are all feeling the way. It's like every conversation seems to end the same way. You put food on the table and gas in the tank. Pay off the debt you owe to the bank. You try to swim in this, you're already sank. These are hard times. Oh, hard times. Oh, hard times we're living in. We're living in. I went looking for work down in Carolina, in this town called Franklin near the Tennessee line. Yeah, everybody's waiting on the welfare line. Yeah, the pawn shop was closed, there was nothing to buy. And I was talking to this old man, he was a veteran of the war, telling me stories about how life was before. He said that commie in the White House is a socialist whore. Yeah, and I don't want to make America great anymore. And I said the rich get rich and the poor get poor, and line them all up to fight the next war. And nobody knows what they're fighting it for. These are hard times. Oh, hard times. Oh, hard times we're living in. We're living in. 2 jobs just to pay my rent. Take comfort in those I can call my friends. One thing about this life, you never know how it ends. Better take what you can get and give what you can. There are families out there that are sleeping in their cars. Innocent men behind prison bars. Yeah, criminals in suits driving luxury cars. Yeah, we better turn around before we've gone too far. 'Cause I looked to God, I couldn't find my faith. Looked at politicians and lost my faith. Tried to love, but my heart it breaks. These are hard times. Oh, hard times. Oh, hard times we're living in. Oh, hard times. Oh, hard times. Oh, hard times we're living in.
Oh man, what a way to kick off the show. Mike June. Hey, where'd you grow up? Where'd you come from?
I grew up in, I was born in New York State, in a town called Middletown, which is, it's upstate if you're from New Jersey like I am. So, I was born there, and then when I was about 11 or 12, we moved to northern New Jersey, right on the border of New York and New Jersey, about nice little suburb, quiet, one traffic light. But only about 12 miles from the George Washington Bridge, really close to New York City.
Nice. Yeah, I don't mean to ask that to be off-putting. Well, you're not from around here, are you? But it was more like I fell in love with your music very recently. I saw you at a couple of gigs where you were playing solo acoustic with a couple of other folks, and I just thought, wow, Mike June is amazing. And I got this kind of Rust Belt sensibility out of your music that was very, very working class, very hard times and good times that come along with it, and it just made me think of Springsteen and Jersey and Pennsylvania. So
Yeah.
I had to ask.
Yeah, I always get the Springsteen thing.
Right.
Since my first record, my first record's like 20 this year.
Wow.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday to that record.
Yeah, so I mean, also if you're from New Jersey and you're a songwriter, you're gonna get it.
It's
no matter
necessary.
what.
Yeah.
But it is funny, and then you travel around America. It's like you go to the Midwest, and they're like, you sound like John Mellencamp, or like you're in Michigan, and they're like, you got that Bob Seger thing going on. You go to Canada, and they're like, you sound like Bryan Adams.
But what that says is if I were to hear something like that, to me that says you sound like one of us.
Right.
You're speaking a language that I have lived. And I don't know, it sounds like a compliment to me, for
That's
sure.
Exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, I appreciate that, and I think that just comes out of the fact that, that's my life too.
Yeah.
Like, I spent a long time being a musician, and I had definitely anybody who's done that for a living has done countless other jobs, and
Yep.
I have done just about everything. Like, I was a garbage man for like a year in New Jersey, riding the back of the garbage truck. I've been a preschool teacher, and,
Dang.
I've worked in offices and construction sites, and so I like to think that, and because I've traveled around and met so many people, I do like to think that I have a good connection.
Well, Mike, we want to get as much of your fine music in this evening as we can, so if you'd be so kind.
All right. Let's see here. I'm going to play some new songs. I've been working on a record for quite a while, and I don't know if it'll ever come out, but I'm like the Def Leppard of independent music. It takes me forever. But this is a song called The Saint of Good Intentions.
Nina was was a singer, she was a pianist first, but too dark to play for the orchestra. They loved her when she sang the blues and smiled and took a bow. She was so much more than that, and her rage never went away. When she said all she had to say, broken by a world that she tried to change. The saints of good intention Phil's from Ohio, he died in New York. His spirit came roaring like the wind. They found him hanging on the back of a door like it was a cross. One last stand on the soapbox with a bottle of whiskey and some pills that he didn't take. They say it was a suicide, but I know it was heartache, broken by a world that you tried to change in vain. The saints of good intention, the saints of good intention. And all you ever had to give was your love. You should have known that it would never be enough. Be enough. No, no, no. They framed Joe Hill, blacklisted Pete. It gets so lonely on this highway. Yeah, I traveled 10,000 miles just to sing to an empty sea. But the songs still need playing. I wrote this song for everyone. Doesn't matter if no one wants to sing along. Trying to change a world where you know you won't belong. The saints of good intention, the saints of good intention, the saints of good intention. Oh no, the saints of good intention.
Hey,
Right, Mike June, and you said that was a more recent song?
That's a more recent song. Yeah, I've been working on a record for the past year and a half, I guess.
So, speaking of the past year and a half, 2 years has been an unusual time for us all. And, Mike, for you, in terms of writing songs, has it been a time that's lent itself to writing, or have there been blocks up?
I've always been a kind of like, I go in phases. Like a lot comes at once, and then there's like a dry spell. During the pandemic, during the lockdown, it was very productive. I had a schedule every day. And living with my wife, Jess Klein, like she's a worker. She goes to work every day, like to write songs, to work on a song, whether or not she you know, she's on to something, she just goes and does the work. So you feel like kind of like really lazy watching that every day. So you kind of push yourself a little bit. And so I'm always writing. I feel like I'm always writing, but it used to be that like songs would come and it'd be like, you know, really quick. Like you write a song in like 10 minutes or whatever. But now I find like I get a song comes, it takes me like a week or two to like kind of wrestle it down. And
So these first two songs had a very vivid characterization in there. Is that how your songs start? That you think about your past, and you alluded to that a little earlier, and you sort of mine into your experiences and pull out things, or where's the song come from?
well, you know, they're all different, but you know, I don't really pull from my experiences as much as I do these days as what I'm seeing. I think I stopped drinking about 12 years ago, and I think when I did that, I stopped kind of like looking inside as much and more looking to the outside, and kind of shifted the way my music goes. But I definitely have to draw on my personal experiences, you know, or I guess I wouldn't write about something if I didn't have some kind of anger or resentment towards it, or a love or whatever it is. So
Some kind of feeling.
yeah.
Well, everybody, we are here with the very talented and Mike June. You can learn all about Mike at very easy to find, MikeJune.com. And you have recordings out there that people can purchase?
Not really.
Or listen to.
I do. I have. You go to my Spotify or my website, or Bandcamp is really the place to go for me. That's where I have all my music available. I have 7 albums, a couple singles on there. Spotify or any of those streaming services, you can get like a greatest hits. I call it the blur stuff. This is a sampling of my records.
Given that, since Mike's sharing his music for free with the world, we can find a way to have you contribute to the Mike June Scholarship Fund.
And by the way, if you are buying music on Bandcamp, the first Friday of every month is Bandcamp Friday, where they waive fees. All the funds go to the artist. So remember that, and remember Bandcamp and Mike June.
And I'm legit. I'm looking at your Bandcamp right now, and I'm scrolling through. Totally reasonable.
She's still scrolling.
No, right, because
Scrolling and
there's
scrolling.
every album is up here, and also, yeah, on that first Friday, none of these albums are more than $10. The digital albums that you can get, buy them all, and he gets the money.
Christmas presents.
Yep.
Everybody, we know you want to share tonight's show because it is streaming, video streaming out there across the universe. And Bob, how do people find this? And tell their friends, tune in now or go to the archive, because this will be staying out there forever.
Ask Tom Martin.
Tom,
He's listening right now and commented on the live stream.
Tom, how do you find this live stream anyway?
Said that was one of his favorite songs you played earlier. Thank you, Tom.
Tom.
At WHUP Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat on all of your favorite streaming services. And by the way, your favorite streaming services are YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. YouTube and Facebook keep them around forever. Twitch keeps them around for 2 weeks. All of them, high-def audio, high-def video, look and sound good. You will enjoy and have a good time. And you can interact with the chat on the live stream, and we'll say your name on the air.
But don't get distracted by interacting with the chat, because Mike is here to play another song for us.
I want to hear more about the chat. Well, I thought I'll do another new one, but this one I'll do a personal song. My most popular song, according to the streaming services and most people that know my music, is my song "The Darkness," which is about, I wrote because I suffer from depression from time to time, and a couple of years back, people didn't talk about it as much, and so I wrote this song that was if you know the song, it's a sing-along, upbeat, like, hey, I've got the darkness, and I feel really down. But I wrote it so that when other people, they could shout it out and they can talk about it, and you know. But this is a song that's kind of like the flip side of that, because for everybody that suffers with depression, there are their partners or spouses or friends that also suffer with other people's depression. So I wrote this song called "I Don't Want to Lose You."
get up in the morning, you're sleeping in our bed. The storm clouds are gathering, but only in my head. And sometimes I get these blues, and I throw them down on you. You know it just tears me up inside, baby, 'cause there's nothing I can do. Oh, but I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose you this way. Ain't no rhyme or reason, and I sure as hell am not blind to see everything that's been given to me in this life. But it's peace I cannot find, and I know I get defensive, but it's only 'cause I'm afraid that the weight of my resentments, oh, will crush this beauty that we've made. Oh, I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose you. No, no, this way. And I'm asking for forgiveness one more time than I deserve. And I swear I'll find myself a better way, darling, 'cause this darkness is a curse. I don't wanna lose you. Oh, I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose you. Oh, this way. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I don't want I don't ever wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose you this way.
are listening to WHUP LP Hillsboro, and of course Mike June.
Mostly Mike June.
Yeah.
Oh, but it is the top of the hour, so this is the point where we need to remind you that we do enjoy your support. So get out to WHUPFM.org, click the donate button if you feel like it, but also we have some corporate sponsors, and the support for this second half of Pass the Hat is sweetly sponsored by Matthews Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsboro, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, you have chocolate needs. And we also have the new production coordinator of Matthew's hot chocolate mix here in the studio. And Matt, that box right there is your gift from
You're
Matthew's
a
Chocolates.
spokesmodel now.
Thank you so much. I was about to say I'm a sucker for the big chocolate lobby in town.
Yes.
If there's going to be a corporate sponsor,
It should be chocolate. I totally agree.
absolutely.
So y'all get out to Matthews and especially order that hot chocolate mix because he's got a few of them that are just amazing. Especially, I prefer the Mexican, the Aztec,
Yes.
whatever that is.
It's fabulous.
Got the bite.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bite, but it's also just really high-end chocolate in there. It's fantastic. So, Matthews, y'all,
If you're planning on getting chocolate for the holidays, you better
do it now.
get on that early. And Bob, did we say where we're located at Matthews?
104 North Churton Street.
Right over yonder. Not over yonder, but go to yonder, turn right.
Yeah, head east, like
Go to the light,
100 steps
turn
from
left.
yonder.
And there you'll be there.
Well, Mike June, welcome to the second hour of Pass the Hat.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm really so happy to be here. So.
We are having a super good time. You mentioned earlier your lovely wife, who is also a songwriter and well known in her own regard, and you mentioned she's a hard worker at it, and kind of makes you be a hard worker at it. Do you find that works for you? You know, some people they just have to wait for the muse to come rather than woodshed the experience. Does
Yeah,
it
I
work
mean,
for you?
I find yes. To answer your question, like I do think like the magic kind of just comes, but at the same time, like just like Jess does, or like Leonard Cohen would say, like you go to the field every day and you plow and plant the seed. You know, if it doesn't grow, it doesn't grow.
but at least you're doing it.
Yeah, I do find though if I sit down and be like, I'm going to write a song, it usually is not going to be very good. You know, like I have like inspiration, like, you know, in the shower, or like when I'm, you know, it'll just be a line or like a melody or something, and then that's when I know I'm onto something. You know.
So when you're in the shower and that inspiration hits you, how do you remember it? You just yell it out, "Hey Siri!"
Well, there's two things I definitely think in my life. I've probably forgotten like a billion great songs.
Yep.
And I've probably written some great lyrics in my notebook, but I can't read my own handwriting most of the time. So.
I did hear an interview with David Crosby about a decade ago where he said something similar. He said, everybody asked me what advice I should give to a songwriter, and the advice is carry a notebook everywhere you go because
Yeah.
you think you're going to remember it, and you won't.
Well, these days you have the voice memo,
Yes.
which is really great. Actually use that quite a bit. Going to check the voice memo and go through them and be like, what do I have in here? That's like it happens every 6 months. You just collect them and.
It's going to be a painful experience, too. It's like, what was I thinking?
Yeah. I mean, I was about to say, that's what I think when I listen to all my records.
Well, I listen to your records, and I think they're fabulous.
Well, thank you very much.
I don't think I'm the only one.
No, you're not. There's like 3 more of you out there somewhere.
There's 3 of me right here in the studio. But
No, I do appreciate anybody that listens to my music at all.
can you play us some more?
Sure. Unless you have a request, I'm just going to keep playing.
There is a request
Okay.
from and if you can play it, I know that Tom Martin would love to hear "Blue Skies Are Temporary" tonight.
That's the song I was just going to play.
So see,
Yes.
the universe is working together.
Because it's also a new song. And this song has been a lot of fun for me. Not to sing. I wrote this during the pandemic, during the right after the George Floyd stuff, when all that stuff was going down.
Times.
Yep.
And but it's fun for me because I'm going to play it and you're going to hear it kind of a slowed down acoustic version. But when the record comes out, if that ever happens, it's more of like a disco song. Which,
I'm here for that.
And
Hello.
my new album that I've been working on is kind of like a dance record to a certain degree. So
I'm so excited right now.
So now the record has to come out, and it has to come out soon.
It really does.
I really do take a long time. with this
I'm
stuff.
waving my Visa card in the studio.
And it's even worse now because I record at home. So like, you know, there's nobody to tell
You
me
can't
like
blame anybody.
that. Well, nobody would be like, just move on, or like, you know.
Right.
So we'll see. But this song's called "Blue Skies Are Temporary," and I kind of wrote this with Mavis Staples in mind to sing it, but I don't know Mavis, so I'll have to do it myself. If you're listening, Mavis, come get this song. Blue skies are temporary in the city mortuary, with mothers fighting back their tears, face to face with their biggest fears. Fathers with badges and guns out on the streets against daughters and sons who are just trying to overcome, right the wrongs that's been done. Oh, will you let them try? See my brother, he's filled with hate, poisoned by the lies on the page. To see a good man go this way, it just fills me up with rage at these old men settled in their ways, trying to hold on to good old days. Yeah, Daddy was KKK, but that don't mean you gotta think that way. Oh, will you let them die? Well, the levee's gonna break on one more tear is all it will take. There are lives at stake and the river's rising high. Lay down your guns, call off your dogs, there's nowhere to run. There's no battles to be won, there are no flags left you can fly. So give up your ghost and let those demons die. Well, the levee's gonna break, all one more tear is all it will take. There are lives at stake and the river's rising high. Lay down your guns, call off your dogs, there's nowhere to run. There's no battles to be won, there are no flags left you can fly. So give up your ghost and let those demons die. Blue skies are temporary in the city mortuary, with mothers fighting back their tears, face to face with their biggest fears. Oh, why do we make them cry?
More like June live here in the studio.
One more levee, one more tear to break the levee.
You feeling that, huh?
It's a good line. It's a,
Mike.
and oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's so you say you wrote that in the shadow of the George Floyd incidences. Did you intend for it to echo what happened during Katrina, the racism that around the levees not being taken care of and all of that?
Yeah, it's definitely part of it. It's the big picture.
Yeah.
For sure. It's not like a specific, incident, and not the first time I've written about that kind of stuff. Like my record in 2000, I think came out in 14. I don't know if it actually ever came out, but I made it in 2014. Poor Man's Bible had a couple songs about, because that was the time of Ferguson. And,
Yep.
I actually was playing in St. Louis one day, and I had like the next day to drive, and I went and stood on that corner and just, where all that stuff went down in Ferguson, and just soaked it in.
Wow.
So, and I also have had I went to college in in an inner city at Newark, New Jersey. So I had that experience too. So I've been in the penal system, so I had that experience as well, where I see a lot of maybe things in a way people, everyday people don't see. So it's that kind of stuff is really close to my heart.
Mike, you'd said that some songs recently don't come out all at once, but you take a little bit of time with them, a couple weeks. And during that time period, what sort of things evolve? You think about new images, or you listen to your lyrics and tweak those, or is it on the music side and the chords, or what happens?
Well, these days, I mean, I do. If you write over a long period of time, like maybe you write a verse here, write a verse there, whatever, I find you get really cool stuff because you're writing like kind of subconsciously almost instead of consciously about something. But when I get like a song, I get like a good framework, and I have what I think is the lyrics. Then I actually, all the stuff that you asked about, the chords, I try everything. I'll try every key. I'll try like every like minor substitution to see how it works. If it helps the melody, and the melody and the lyrics will get worked right up to the day it's recorded. But these days are a lot different because there's no touring. But like back in the day, if I was working on new stuff on the road, I would just sing the new songs and see how they felt. I mean, so much comes down to songwriting. Like maybe a word doesn't sound right on a certain beat, or it doesn't feel comfortable coming out of your mouth when you're singing it. Like all these things need to be played with until the song is finished.
Some people think that when they're out playing live that they ought to be paying attention to what other people think, but I'm sort of in your camp that it's, using that sort of as a sounding board for yourself and see and walk away. So how'd that go? Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've played in so many empty rooms that I have to do that just to survive.
I think that's, and how many hours a day? I know that you're not 6 hours a day every single day, but you're someone who does the work. How many hours a day does that look in general?
These days, it's not a lot because I have to work during the day now.
Sure.
Which is like the first time in almost a decade I've had to do that. But I'm also like the kind of worker, like I work a little bit, and I don't like hitting my head against the wall, and so I'll just walk away, have a cigarette, or go for a walk, take the dog out, and just plug away. And then once I get going, it's usually I get obsessive about like one thing, and that lasts weeks, days. So.
Well, we want to hear more of the fruits of your labor. What else you got?
I'm gonna play one of these songs that I really wrestled this one down. I feel like we were just discussing. This is a song that I'll let you guess who it's about. I will not give it away. Nobody's guessed correct yet.
Elvis. I'm guessing Elvis.
Which Elvis though?
Oh, good point.
Costello, of course.
Good point. I was not thinking Costello, but it might be now.
I was thinking Elvis Gerback, former quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. But this song is called "Everybody Gets a Broken Heart," and I wrote this around the same time I wrote that last one. They won't send you any flowers. No handwritten note
of regret. This long, uncomfortable silence, it's the best you can expect. You weren't meant to be a savior. You weren't meant to carry that weight. Reality's gonna set in, my friend, for our angels always come too late. And all your long-spurned lovers, they come to dance inside your pain. But everybody gets a broken heart. Everybody gets a broken heart, except for you, my love. You made it this far. All the fools who knelt at your altar, they become a blessing and a curse. And your rivals all want to sympathize with you, but they've been buried in your hurt. And the chanting of your masters, it twists like a dagger in your pride. But everybody gets a broken heart. Everybody gets a broken heart. And now it's you, my love. It's gonna start. Oh, everybody gets a broken heart. No one will comfort you now, alone and afraid. And the spies in the curtains, they're crying as the hour gets late. And the sun starts to fade. And everybody gets a broken heart. All the jokers, they have come and gone. And only blood remains. There's no one gonna save you now. There's no trust you can betray. and the ones you took for granted will be the ones to take it all away. But everybody gets a broken heart. Oh, everybody gets a broken heart. And now it's you, my love, it's falling apart. Everybody gets a broken heart. Everybody gets a broken heart. You should know everybody gets a broken heart. Oh, everybody gets a broken heart.
Mike
Well,
June
Bob?
breaking our hearts.
Who's it about?
I'm thinking someone who died before their time. No?
If only.
I thought it was Hillary Clinton.
Close, very close.
Obama?
Opposite end of the spectrum.
Okay.
Well, that's Trump. It's
Yeah.
a song about Trump. How about
I was
that?
having a moment of empathy, and
Wow,
now I feel
good
terrible
for
about
you.
it.
No, but there was,
I was thinking of this guy like all alone, like nobody will just be like, "Hey, buddy, it's over."
well, I wondered
Still
because there's some
going on,
tells in
right?
that
Like,
song. It was definitely a political song.
Right?
Yeah. So, yeah, I get that. I'm feeling
And
that.
Was that not a fantastic song? You say you feel like you finally wrestled that one together. Well, hell yeah, it really comes together. In fact, all of your songs this evening seem really, really well crafted.
Well, thank you very much.
So you're not just throwing a whole bunch of words out there. You're distilling it down, and you're telling a story with each song. It's really compelling to listen to.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I
We
was,
need the new album, Mike.
I know.
yes.
I know.
Well, I
This
was,
album and the Me and Jess record, like that,
Uh-huh.
that needs to happen. So
yeah, Bob and I were going back and forth. You're definitely vibing some Leonard Cohen tonight. And here's what I mean by that is you're one with your music tonight, very settled into, like it's a whole thing and nothing is separate tonight. And boy, that feels good. It does. There's a gravity to what you're singing tonight. The whole vibe is that.
It's very real, and I think it's real to everyone who listens.
well, thank you.
Even though they may get Amadou Diallo out of your song rather than Donald Trump, but
Yeah, or anybody really, because that's why I don't want to tell people. I don't really want to tell people what it's about or who it's about. I want people to just feel it for themselves. And
let them fill the space with what's in their heads.
yeah, those are the best songs, right? Like they mean something to everybody.
Exactly.
But question, is that one going to go disco?
That one is not disco.
Okay.
But definitely not acoustic either.
Okay.
It's very percussive.
Still waving my Visa card.
Yeah, everyone is thirsting for this music.
We
Mike
are.
June,
I think we got time for one more, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Does anybody have any more requests before I doing it one more?
I think the one you're most feeling, like you're really feeling this tonight. We want you to feel good, so feel the one you're feeling.
I feel like I should play a Leonard Cohen song.
I would not be mad
to
about
be
that.
mentioned in the same breath with Leonard Cohen for me is like that's the highest possible
Yeah.
honor. Not that you were comparing me to Leonard Cohen, but you said Leonard Cohen. Like, I just watched that Hallelujah documentary, and
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
I have not seen that yet, but
very
I've heard
great.
great things.
But like, and then we were talking about this is kind of a song where the personal and political definitely come together. And this will also be on the new album. And my hero in life is kind of Malcolm X is one of my big heroes, and not for any political reasons really, but the fact that like throughout his whole life he just constantly evolved from, you know, learning from his mistakes and being honest about himself and moving forward. And you know, I think we all have that in us if we want to channel that kind of energy.
Once I was a boy, and I did not know any better. I did some things I regret. And I was a man, and I still did not know any better. I did some things I regret. And if I caused you any pain, I hope you let me explain. I'm no longer that boy. I'm no longer that man. I read all the books they gave me in school, and I go to work with my given tools. So please don't forsake me. I'm only human and I was mistaken. But I'm no longer that boy. I'm no longer that man. Can't turn back the hands of time. Can't repay all the tears that you've cried. But I can stand up and look you in the eye, and I promise I will try. 'Cause I'm no longer that boy. No, no. I'm no longer that man. So please, don't you judge me in haste. All I can ask you is a small bit of grace. So, 'cause I'm no longer that boy. No, 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 no. I'm no longer that man. I'm no longer that man. that boy. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm no longer that man. Mm-hmm.
Have mercy. This is
Mike
good
June,
music.
everyone.
Thank you very much.
This has been a really nice evening. Thank you for sharing not just your music, but new music. That's hard to do.
Well, I'm glad to have been able to do it. So thank you, Kim. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Kurt.
Well, thank you.
Pleasure.
You're going to, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to wave goodbye to the camera. Yes, do your game show wave.
Bye, live stream.
Oh, I need to see the camera there. Okay.
Yeah. No one does.